Newport, Kentucky?
Yeah.
Woohoo. We got any juggalos in the house tonight?
Whoop whoop.
It's hard to tell. I was at a place in Dayton called Paisano's Pizza. Did you tell me to move some shit, Jason? All right, anyway. I was at Paisano's in Dayton doing some shit for Tritone Music. Shout out to Tritone. Those good folks. And I was there, and I had this joke where I was like, is there any juggalos in the house tonight? And everybody was like, yeah, because of course there fucking are. And then I was like, oh, can't tell that joke. And then that was the whole joke. There was no joke, okay? I'm a fraud. All right? So this is a very supportive group of people. And they would get on my Facebook, and they would be like, hey, man, next time, don't be afraid to make fun of us, dude. We're humans just like you. Just make fun of us. And I was like, oh, yes, sir. So I went ahead and I wrote a little ditty, but then I threw it in the garbage because I rapidly understood that I can't really make fun of the Juggalo community because there's not that much difference between them and me. So let's walk it back a little bit. So like I tattooed my face because I'm a genius. So my paint does not wash off with soap and hot water. That's number one. Yes. Sorry, I just hurt my own feelings real quick.
Number two.
Oh, it's this guy.
Sorry, the microphone quit. Sorry, I didn't mean to break y'all shit.
No, come on, funny man.
That one's crispy.
There we go.
So what was we talking about? We was talking about
Juggalos.
that.
Oh,
So
God.
it's like I said, somebody told me to write a joke, a
They
real
ruin
joke
everything.
about juggalos, but I kind of threw it away because there's not a lot of differences. Number one, my shit does not wash off with soap and water. It's there for forever, okay? It is there for forever. Number two, I'm an actual real ex-gang member. I'm very, very sorry about all those pictures and shit that the FBI made you guys took. That was bullshit, okay? It's not your fault, all right?
Bro.
And number three, I have a full understanding of how magnets work, okay?
I wish I had his name when the cops gave me shit.
No, you don't. We're gonna get... With that being said, hello everybody, my name's Dreg Vega.
What's up, bro?
Oh, please. My mom calls me a mistake. I'm just
Yo,
kidding.
you're still half steak, bro.
I'm just kidding. What is happening? What is happening with these microphones?
You don't need it. Juggalos ruin everything. Yo, use one of the wireless.
I'm sorry, we're 3 microphones deep.
Get off the leash, bro.
That intro was so cool. Let me try it again. Okay, my name's Dreg Vega.
Yeah.
My mom calls me a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. She doesn't call me at all. Yes. It's probably my fault. I'm not joking. I am an ex no shit career criminal. I rode in a gang for like 5 years, which is like horrible because it's like organized crime is really stupid when you think about it because it's just crime with like extra court dates and shit.
Like a game with 4 steps.
Correct. You gotta like wear like a uniform and stuff. It's a whole thing. I didn't really make the cut.
At least you got the tie now.
I did. I traded it in for a tie. It's satin. It feels good. No, it's okay. I love the attention. It's okay. So let's see. Since the beginning of the show went so well, I'm gonna pull my phone out because I'm a professional, and all of these shows are very calculated. I like to get up and take a long walk. Maybe have some nice tea. What the fuck was I supposed to say next, dude? Let's see. That's me. Cool. So you guys know what Twitch is?
Yep.
No. Cool. We'll skip to the other one. Today's Cinco de Mayo. Isn't that crazy? We're celebrating Cinco de Mayo, right?
Are we?
So Mexico beat the French in a war or something.
Who did?
And then 160. The Germans in World War I. And then 161 years later, America is still like, fuck it, I'll drink to that. Yeah. Absolutely. So I was on Twitch. I'm a live streamer when I'm not doing this. We run a big group that raises thousands of dollars for charities a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And I was talking to T-Pain the other day because that's the life I live on Twitch. That sounded way cooler than it is. So when a famous person gets on Twitch, their comments go real fast because everybody's just like, "Oh, notice me, please," and I'm right there with them because my self-esteem is way down here. So
The face stats say that.
it does. Thank you. See, can you tell that to my father so we can get to?
Yo, my dad.
Fuck. All right, so I'm bugging this man. I was like, I gotta say something to get him to notice who I am. So there's this little thing you can do to highlight your message, and I'm just like, just say something silly. You're a comedian, kind of. Just say something. So I was like, hey, do you consider chili a soup?
Yeah.
He stopped the game, guys. I was like, oh shit, it's going down. He stopped. I don't know if you've ever seen him, but he plays like racing simulators because of course he does. He's like a fucking millionaire or whatever already. So he ruins it for everybody else. So he stops his car. He had to like shift it and shit. Y'all, he's like, what? His wife came in the room. And she was like, this dude is going nuts. You need to talk to him. And he was like, he takes his little flip his glass. Is chili a soup? Well, that would depend on who's making the soup or the chili. There's a lot of stuff that goes into a chili that could constitute to be a stew. And I was like, bro, I'm not here for mathematics. I just want to say buy me a drink was fucking cool. Y'all remember that? Yeah. Helped a lot of people out in the mid-2000s.
You probably love that.
Correct. No, I got banned. I'm not allowed to talk there. So, it's okay. It's actually fine. So let's see. I guess I should give you some background. So back in my younger days of tomfoolery, I did participate in gang activities, which really pisses me off because once you become a gang member, you're very limited to that lifestyle. But my criminality was very diverse. In my spare time, I was a street pharmacist. Right? Street farm. Let me just bust it down. You guys seem alright. I used to sell that cocaine. That cocaine. Now listen. If you walk into an establishment, you tell somebody I used to sell cocaine, that just makes you sound like a fucking monster.
Not to me, bro.
So you just really?
No, we do cocaine, bro.
That's great. Maybe I should tell the meth joke tonight. Fuck it.
That's exactly where we crossed.
Oh, is that why it didn't hit in Columbus? Fuck. I rode the whole way home. I was perplexed. I was
Coke
like,
is okay.
oh my
That's just the hard
god.
line.
I was so upset.
Class 1, class 2.
How weird does
I
that logic
sure
sound
did.
to people that don't do cocaine, though?
Right.
Their cheekbones.
Fucking cool. Or their teeth. But no, so, what the fuck? What's yeah, no, we're past that. We're past that now. It's a wash. Everybody here loves cocaine. It's not going to work. But no, now that I don't do that shit anymore, you can't sell cocaine for forever because they send shit like the United States Marshals after you, which is way worse than the SWAT team or anything. Horrible. This is cool. I don't even have to do anything, man. I just make noises. This is the shit. I love this.
We're a good crowd.
You are a good crowd, yeah. So I quit doing bad shit, I guess, and then I went to try and get a job, which is like really fucking hard to do. But they make these beautiful places for people just like me called temp services.
I thought you were going to say prison.
No, this is after.
It's after prison.
So you go up there with the paper that says like, hey, I can't afford to buy bread or whatever, please help. And then they're like, and then they give you this little cup that you take to your neighbor's house that you're certain doesn't do drugs. And you're like, hey, bro. And you take that back, bam, you're employed. And it's great because you get to choose where you want to go. So I chose this little like mom and pop shop. I'm happily unemployed, by the way, just for context. I just do this now. So it's bad. So I used to work at a place where I would make microchips for Teslas, and I know that you're like bullshit, but I swear to God they gave me that job. Temp services, it's amazing, but it's like a really close knit kind of place. Yeah, it's well, I just didn't show up. It's all
Oh, best choice you ever made, bro.
It is because when you're working like in a small factory, like everybody just wants to like get to know you. Because it's just like, you know those jobs, just like, well, we're kind of a family here. It's like, fuck. We're working together every day. We're working 10 hours a day, Monday through Friday. I'm with you, you're with me, we're here, we're family. And I think that's fucking gross. Because you can't be friends with a coworker. Maybe that's just me, but it's like, I'm not finna go out and pound 12 beers with you just for you to look up and be like, bruh, we gotta go to work tomorrow, we gotta stop. I'm like, what? The night is young. Nah, bro, we can't. We're important, dude. We gotta go. I'm like, no, not us. Well, I don't have an excuse. You gotta have an excuse. You gotta call 5 hours in event, bro. You're not trying hard enough. That's why you're gonna be stuck at this job for forever. Nobody will remember your name because you cannot think of. Listen, you can always think of an excuse not to go to work. My mom died like 6 times last year. What are they gonna say?
I'll send you the PDF.
Yo, my mom lived there 20
I'll send you the
years. I'm still
PDF,
milking it.
and you'll never have to worry about it again.
Never again, my man.
Just hit the printer, bro. Hit the printer, scribble a name, fucking put the date. and
Oddly
shit.
bold of you to assume I know how to operate a printer.
Go to the library. They'll do it for you.
Go plug the library. Who reads in this bitch?
So let's see. Let's see. I was watching an infomercial. The world's pretty crazy right now. Did you hear about the toy company? I think it's Hasbro or whoever fucking handles Legos. They hired like mercenaries or whatever to go after some child on YouTube. Let me preface child on YouTube that plays this, what's it called, Magic the Gathering. It's a fucking card game.
We know.
The kid got some cards. Well, that's the thing. They hired the Pinkertons, which is like before the FBI in history, okay? So this poor kid went to the store and bought some cards to show his friends on YouTube, and then Hasbro hired the bad guys from Red Dead Redemption 2 to come kick in his fucking door.
Yo, the
It's
picture
wild.
is still real?
Yeah, that's the whole joke. It's crazy, I swear to God.
No, it makes it funnier.
They sent the Pinkertons to his house. Which makes me feel way better about my situation. Because...
pirating Legos.
Right, yeah. No, I was at a business meeting a little while ago. I went to Olive Garden with, thank you. And, is it Olive Garden? You don't like Olive Garden?
Nah, that's still like the upper middle class Waffle House.
No, there's no breadsticks at Waffle House. You guys are being silly.
No, there's hash browns, bro.
There's
And I'll take hash
waffles.
browns any day.
Okay.
Waffles are like breads.
We're going to have to
Yo,
swap
it's like
information
fried
after the
bread,
show.
bro.
Unlimited soup and salad.
Oh, my Lord.
Yo, this is a White Castle uppity Richie bitch.
Triple hash brown.
This is the best show I've ever done. This is great.
Yo, you put my onions in my potatoes.
Hell yeah, brother. Man, in roughly 20 years, I hope I still feel like that. So, I was at a business meeting with some pals of mine. We went to Olive Garden. That's a very fucking important part, so I said it. So just keep that in your back pocket. And I get pulled over like 5 minutes from home by like some good old boys. You know, like one of the cops is like one of those 5-finger death punch cops. Like he's got that one haircut that my dude has right here.
Where'd you park?
Took a picture of me so that when Bill's telling that joke, I can be down in the corner so everybody can see it.
For reference.
No, it was great. I love it.
So as soon as he gets out of the car, it's like, bro, you're going to fucking jail. It's not. So he walks up to me and he's like, sir, do you know why I pulled you over? And I said, no. He said, well, I clocked you 10 over. I'm like, oh, fucking okay. And he's like, where are you coming from? I'm like, I was at a business meeting with my friends. He's like, oh, really a business meeting. Have you had a run-in with the law before? This is before he touched my ID or anything. And I'm like, no. And he goes, are you sure about that? Yes. So I give him my license and all this stuff, and he's got a partner like Barney Fife, like just sitting over there just having a good fucking time. You know? And he comes back and he's like, all right, man. He goes, you're clean and everything. He's like, so you said you're at a business meeting? I said, yes, sir, at Olive Garden. See, I got the breadsticks. And he said, okay, so you run a business? I said, not really. He goes, what kind of business are you in? said, I'm a stand-up comedian. He goes, really? I'm like, that's what they tell me. Yeah. You beat me to it. Yeah. It's the best shit ever. Every single time that you tell somebody that you do comedy, well, tell me a joke. I say, well, fuck you. Come to a show. Nobody ever laughs. They just look at you like you're an asshole, and they're like, oh, it's just like, yeah. Anyways, so he's like, all right. So I know you guys can't see me like that up here, but on my right hand, I got on my left hand, I got something that I got something tattooed that I truly believe in my heart. It's ACAB. Yep. It's the coolest acronym in the game. Okay. And I'm just sitting here waiting for this guy to let me go. I'm not thinking about it. I got my hand cocked out the window, and he's talking to his partner, and they're back and forth and back and forth. He goes, hey man, I'm finna cut you loose. He goes, but hold on a second. What's that tattoo mean right there on your hand? All cats are buddies. It's a stupid joke. I understand. It's fine. His partner's like, I don't understand why that's so funny, but I'm like, one down. Okay. So here comes Mr. Five Finger, and he's just like, all right, man, I'm gonna cut you loose. Here's your insurance and all your shit back. I got one more thing before you go. And I'm like, what? He's like, why'd you get all that shit all over your face for? Really rubbing it in, right? Well, I guess if I'm being honest with myself, my parents just didn't hug me enough or whatever. And this motherfucker laughed so hard in my face. At least I still have the breadsticks. I feel like we got any parents here tonight? Yeah. Got some parentals? Yeah, it's so cool that you can stay up past 8:30. Fuck yeah.
Hey, fuck your mom.
Y'all are out here. Hey, man, yeah. I just feel like as a parent, it would suck to like have like a cop for like a child. Oh god. I just feel like it's a letdown. It's like at this day and age, you know, we're growing. People are being who they are, who they're born to be. That's yay, parents. Very accepting.
Cop, I get a postnatal abortion.
Well, you're gonna love this. Let's just paint a little scenario real quick, okay? So you're driving along, you know, you're going to get the kid from school or whatever, and you pick the kid up, and you're like, hey, kiddo. And they're like, hey, dad, or mom, whatever you are. And they go, I don't feel so good. What's the matter, kid? Well, I just haven't really felt like the other girls or boys lately in school. And you're like, oh, shit. Well, you know what? It's 2023. I'm going to be there for my kid no matter what. Put your game face on. So what's the matter, kid? Tell me. Well, the other day I was at school, and I saw this guy. He was throwing his lunch away, and his milk carton hit the ground, but he didn't pick it up and put it in the trash can, Dad. He just walked off. And I had this sudden urge to come over there and bother him about it, like it's my fucking business and charge him money for it, and just to stick my nose right up his ass. I'm just like, stop. What do you need to tell me? Dad, I joined the police academy today. What?
Betrayal, son. Betrayal.
Ew, what am I, you joined the police academy? Yeah, Dad, Blue Lives Matter. Ew! What the fuck are you talking? What am I going to tell your grandma? I can't go down to the bowling alley with the boys again. What am I going to say? Dad, why are you acting like that? Because I thought you were going to say something normal, like you were gay or something. Why? See, that time I didn't fuck that joke up. I fucked it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh, no. I was just explaining to the hilarity of your statement.
I appreciate you.
You're good.
Hell yeah. I'm mediocre, but thank you.
No, you're good.
Okay. Yeah. I gotta check my phone again. I'm sorry, I wrote some new shit. So, alright, so here's the thing that you could probably tell, but it's just like emitting from me. I'm probably gonna die alone. Because, like, dating's really hard and shit. I think I just killed him.
Sit down. Go ahead.
Oh, no. No, see, it probably wouldn't work. But I'm kind of hard on myself. I'm just like, you know, maybe I used to be really cool in my 20s with, like, face tattoos. And now I'm in my 30s with face tattoos. So that's a seller, right? So, and I don't think, like, maybe it's not the tattoos. Maybe she just doesn't want to invest all this effort if things get serious, trying to explain to her parents that I won't steal all their shit if they invite us over for Christmas dinner. Maybe. And I also feel, alright, so like check it out. Like I'm kind of a bitch when it comes to that stuff. Like I'm too afraid to ask for more napkins at Applebee's. So like I'm not very outgoing, okay? But this girl that I went to school with, that's already a fucking winner. Yes, that's like a 10 year, we're gonna skip that. So anyways, she hits me up and she's like, hey, it's been a long time. I'd like to take you out for a drink. And I'm like, all right, we're gonna go do this because you never leave the house. It's getting bad. You need a tan. So I go to this bar, which is not something that I do, and she orders like this mountain of food, and I'm nervous, so I'm not gonna eat anything. I'm sipping this water, and she's noticed that, so it's already bad. And she's like, so I figured we would go see a movie or something after this. I'm like, great, I don't have to fucking talk to you anymore. Thank God. So we get out to the parking lot. She goes, we're gonna take my car. It's just right across the street. And I'm like, good, okay, I'm gonna go grab my jacket. And she starts walking with me and I'm like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, I'm gonna come to your car. I'm like, nah, you can't do that. She's gonna walk up and be like, why are there 20 BK rappers in your front seat? I'm like,
why you calling me out, bud?
They had a deal. That's what I'm saying. You had a double bacon king.
You're on Front Street, you're getting the rental, motherfucker.
Correct. So we sit through the movie, and wouldn't you know it, it was fucking horrible. And then she drives me back to where my car was anyways, which I still have questions about. And we get out of the car, and she gets out of the car, and I'm fumbling for my keys and shit, like trying to get. And she comes up and she kisses me, and so I just kind of hit her with like one of the G moves. I'm like, plop!
Bitch, get back.
And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, is that not what you wanted? And I'm just like,
Wrong head, bitch.
And so then I kind of did like one of those fellas, you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
I got in the car. I never texted her again. Never. Because I feel like it's a communication thing, y'all. What I've noticed, like people that have been together for forever, they talk about everything. It's very fucking important. Communication. I was in a relationship with this girl. She was a very nice girl. She was a couple years older than me, right? So she had her own house, her own job, her own car. It was real chill. It was cool. But every time I go to her house, it just it smelled like dirty feet. And I'm not gonna say nothing though, because I'm just like, for whatever reason, she's interested in me. So hell yeah. Well, one day she had a bad day, and she's getting on me. She's like, you don't ever talk to me. We don't ever go out and do stuff. She's like, you just don't care about me. I'm like, babe, that's not true. That's not true. She's like, oh really? Okay, well let's go upstairs. And I'm like, okay, let's go upstairs. So I get upstairs, and she goes, I want a 6'9" right now. And I was like, wow, that's.
Hey.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, pop up. So I'm on the bed, and then I was like, all right, pop up. She pops up, and then her dick smacked me right in the forehead. And so like I'm trying to get back in and commit. She's looking back up. She goes, she had the nerve to be like, what the fuck is your problem? So I just said it. I was like, bitch, your feet stink. Speaking of dying alone, Elon Musk is pretty weird.
Grimes is pretty hot though, and he at least hit that.
Facts. But not anymore.
No, he's a total autist.
That's the guy that bought Twitter. What is Twitter, right?
Yeah, he bought Twitter.
For like billions of dollars.
4 point something.
Doesn't that piss you off? Even $1 billion would piss me off.
Dude, it infuriates me.
Because some 16-year-old kid said he didn't have the Riz or some shit like that. Bought Twitter. But I can't, exactly, we'll get to that in a second. This is the same dude that made Tesla though, so I can't really say too much because I was on this one website, right? It's the one with the black and yellow emblem. Doing some research.
Yo, Pornhub or Steak and Cheese?
Thank you so much.
Which one?
Every time I tell that joke, nobody says shit, and I'm like, y'all are liars, liars.
It's a wild example of what he could have found from one to the other, but they
That's
both have
correct.
a yellow and black logo.
My God. So I'm doing some research and I see this young gentleman and this young. Are there any kids in this room?
A couple.
Okay, so this young man and a young woman are doing their taxes in.
I don't do my taxes.
In this they don't have to know that. So they're in this Tesla doing their taxes, right? And I'm sorry. So they're doing their taxes. What an up, down, left, right circle. So I'm telling my friends the next day about it. I'm like, dog, you guys got to check out these Teslas, bro. Like, there's this dude doing his taxes in a Tesla, bro. Hands free, dude. Just do whatever you want. And you know, you got that one friend that always wants to fucking argue with you all the time. You know, he's like, nah, dude, no, it doesn't work like that, bro. There's a radius, dog. It's like if you touch the handle, you're just gonna fly off through traffic and die. And I'm like, good. Could you imagine the headlines for that? Absolute winner sends it through 5 lanes of traffic into the fucking promised land. Dude, that's better than getting knighted. That's better than going to the moon. That's better than watching a Disney movie where both the parents don't die. Thank you. Yeah. But this also is the same.
Always die.
That's right. Man, we need a button like that. This is also the man that wants to take people and put them on Mars, right? Mars?
Yes.
And look, see, I'm also a bitch when it comes to space. All right? So if I have to get my fat ass on a Tesla-made rocket just so I can shoot myself into the stars to continue drinking myself to death.
Hey, you look good in that slave Leia outfit.
Well, how's it going to work? What's it going to do? Is he going to take all the countries and all the infrastructure from Earth and be like, copy, paste onto Mars?
Talk about taking lesbians and have men fucking them.
Because if I get all the way there, I'm going to be super fucking pissed if I end up back in Ohio. All right, I got one more thing to say because it's really important right now. It's we're approaching. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. I don't know if y'all knew that. We just did a charity where we raised over $2 grand for AIM Youth Mental Health for the children, and I'm not gonna sit here and try and be your therapist, all right? But I just want to say, if you're struggling, there's help out there. There's numbers you can call, and when you ever get bogged down, just think of my fat ass up here, and just remember. Take your meds, drink you some water, keep cool too, and always, always, always just try to remember this one thing. That if anybody in the United States of America tries to sell you explosives, they are a federal agent. Okay? They're a cop. No, please. Explosives are highly fucking regulated. They're a cop every time. Okay?
Every time.
My name's Dreg Vega, everybody. Thank you guys so much. I don't know if the microphone again. Fuck. Okay.